Livestream book cover creation. I am so excited because today we've got a lot of options that we're going to be working on. So we are working with Photoshop CC, Ebooks Home Intuos Pro editing tablet, and I will be wearing my blue light blocking glasses so I don't burn my eyeballs out. Let's go ahead and jump in and have today's conversation where I'm going to be showing you exactly what I do to create a book cover on air in under an hour. This is available, by the way, to all of you. If you are going to be joining me, if you're a publisher or an author and this fits your book, you can buy it while I'm on air for only $100. Otherwise, it goes to coveraday.com where it will be $250 or more, so you can get it right now. Let's go ahead and jump in. I am super excited for this one because we are going to be creating kind of like a girl who is standing in front of a moon. In fact, let me go ahead. Let me bring her in here. And I'm just going to use my quick selection tool, and I am just going to use the object selection and just highlight her, and that has done a pretty decent job. There's a couple things I need to clean up, so I'm just holding my shift button down with my lasso tool, and I'm just pulling in what I need, holding down my option button to remove things, but other than that, I think it pretty much grabbed what I need to. I'm just cleaning up some lines there, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit my layer mask. Layer masks are amazing because with layer masks, they're non-destructive, so if you screw something up, you can still fix it. I'm just going to zoom in, and I am going to remove just a little bit of that haloing effect, some of the pixelation that it didn't quite get all the way. If you're joining me, go ahead and let me know where you are joining me from. And if your name is different on TikTok, please tell me so I can identify who you are. We are just cleaning up lines right now, kind of around that lace around her sleeve. That was a hard word for me, sorry. And I am just kind of cleaning up anywhere the light is. Now, we are going to be putting her in front of a moon. So you know how, like, back in the day, they used to have those vintagey-looking moons that they would suspend from the ceiling? They would perch a girl on it and take her picture, and it would be all cute and lovely and wonderful and vintagey. We got one of those, friends, and we are going to have her posed in front of it, so I'm really excited for this. It's going to be really cute. I'm thinking like a blue multi-tone background, but you're going to get to pick. And there will be stars suspended from our ceiling. We're going to have a candle behind her, all the cool things. So I'm thinking some type of potential retelling. I'm also thinking we could potentially sway this to the sci-fi side. We could potentially sway this to the fantasy side. So you guys let me know what you are thinking. And I am just going to continue to paint this the way that it needs to go. Okay. Just removing any pixelation or any like weird halo-y things going on here. I've got a bottle of water next to me. It definitely is in my way just a tiny bit. That's okay. We're going to keep going. And I think that's pretty close to what I want for now until I find out what my background is going to be like. Oh, it's warm in Arizona. Riley might be coming to see you. If y'all are joining me, please let me know that you are here and that you are going to be hanging out with me today. I am just resizing her a little bit. I don't want her to take up my entire front cover. And I'm just going to put her right there for now. Now, the next step is to include the moon. I'm very excited about this. And we're actually going to do this in several different pieces. So I'm going to duplicate some layers. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my object selection tool. And, oh, nice. It actually cut my moon out pretty dang good. I'm just going to refine some of the lines just a little bit so you know if you hold shift, you are adding in pixels. And if you hold option, you're removing pixels. So anywhere where I didn't grab it, I am just holding down that shift button and catching anything that I need. And anywhere that it kind of got the background, I am just adding in. Or I'm just removing that. Okay. Almost got it. Almost got it. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. I definitely have to do some refining work on this, so I'm going to go ahead and I am just going to clean up just a little bit of it. I don't want to actually spend too much time on this until I see what my background's doing. And where I really need to clean it up. But where it was like super bumpy, I fixed it. We're good. Okay, having picked that one up, I'm just going to pull this up again. And what I want to do is I want to grab these stars here because I do like how the stars look on this. And I wonder if I can get that. Oh, it did nice. I'm going to do this individually. I was going to do the stars together, but I think it's going to be just better practice if I do it individually. So I'm just grabbing the tips of the star here. You can see it kind of grabbed a little bit of that candle down there. So we're just going to remove that and a little bit of the wall over on that right side there. There we go. And we're going to cut that baby out. Beautiful. I know you can't see that because it was an extra layer. Let me real quick just refine this just a touch. And if you're jumping in, let me know. Do you think we should go more of like the vintage route? Do you think we should go more of like a sci-fi route? Do you think we should do more of like a fantasy type cover? I'm not sure what I want this to be yet. So go ahead and let me know what your options are for this. That's one. And then I just need to grab this other star. So again, with my quick selection tool, we're just grabbing that. And we're just grabbing the little string, whatever we're calling that. We're going to grab that. And I'm just going to, oops, grab the wrong tool. I hit the wrong button there. Sometimes keyboard shortcuts are the best thing ever, but occasionally they're a little problematic. There we go. And now we're just going to clean that up a little bit because we don't want the dark shadows behind it. So we're just going to get rid of that. There we go. And we're just going to get rid of some of those shadows and the wall there. Beautiful. Okay, so now that we've got that, let me get the 3 pieces that I've got. And what I want to do is I want to grab them all. So I highlighted all 3 of those, and now I'm going to shift this so that they kind of retain their size. And I'm actually going to have to do a little bit of work on this. So really what I'm working on here is just kind of positioning my moon, and then everything else will be positioned around that. Let me jump in and see those comments. I see this, and for some reason I think Swan Princess. Oh, my friend, are you aware that I am good friends with the producer of the Swan Princess movies and interviewed him on my show and got all sorts of behind-the-scenes stories? And because my friend lives somewhat near them, she got to go to a warehouse and see the original art cells and all the swag and all the stuff and like everything movie-related because I made that happen. Ask me about it. I got some great stories. It is going to look so cool, and I think it could be like a Tiana retelling. Also like a Frog Princess type thing. Sending all the warmth. Yes. Loving the vintage idea. And we're talking about weather. Cool. Okay. I had to check what was going on. So let me go ahead and rearrange some of these stars. Oh, I kind of like that one up a little bit higher. I kind of do. And oops. Uh-oh. I need to relabel these. Hang on. Moon, Starlight, and let's call this Star Dark. And then I can, of course, rearrange these once I get the girl here. Now, obviously, we're going to have to deal with the fabric. We're going to come back to that in a minute. But I do want to drag my girl up on top of this layer just to kind of see where everything is standing. Let's see. And I'm just kind of deciding where I want to position her. I'm going to just duplicate this real fast. And I'm going to go down to Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontal in case I want to have her stand that way. And I kind of almost think I might. What do y'all think? I'm almost kind of thinking I like it like that. Now, I really like that she's very dark and the moon is very bright because this is how it would be realistically. She would be in shadow like this, and then it's backlit like that. So we're going to build out that fabric behind her. We're going to build out our background, but it is time to add in my background, and then we'll do all the zhuzhing. Swan Princess is still your favorite princess movie. Awesome. I'm gonna have to introduce you to my people because I got the connections. You like that title? Do we have a title? Oh, Through the Moon and the Stars. Okay, keep coming with the title ideas. I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to try different backgrounds with this. I'm considering putting a frame on it. I'm not certain yet. So let me just pull up the 4 different backgrounds I pulled for this, and we'll see what kind of works or what we can tweak. So we've got something like this, which I don't particularly like. That's a no. We have something like this, which I can also flip. Let me see about flipping that real fast. I'm going to go down to Edit, Transform, Flip Vertical. Oh, I kind of like that. That's better. That's better. And then I would make it a little bit bigger to fit the entire thing. So this is a possibility. I'm going to mark this as a possibility. We've then got this one. That's also kind of cool. We can, of course, flip this again. We might just be flipping all the things today. It could be a thing. Oh, because I'm on the wrong layer. That would be why. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to go to Edit, Transform, Flip Vertical. And I kind of like, I don't know why I like it, but I like the light on the bottom. I think for the most part, maybe not with that one, though. Ah, maybe I do like it better that way. I don't know. And then I also pulled this one. think I like this one better. I think I do. I think I like this one the best. So let me just hang on to this one. This could be a little bright. We may need to darken this. We may need to like remove some of the saturation from this. I am not certain yet. Not certain yet. Or maybe. Oops. Negative. Not what we meant. We do want to kind of make it more of those dark tones. I don't know. I don't know. All right, keeping on with the stuff. Okay. Change the fabric on the moon to the same color as her dress. No, because then it wouldn't stand out and it would look like very, very wide with that. So we definitely want to make sure that that's a different color so that it stands out. So we actually may not leave it blue at all. Let's see. We're going to come in and we are going to grab a brightness and contrast panel. I'm going to move this down quite a bit. Okay. And then we're probably going to come in and we're going to grab a hue and saturation panel. And we're going to actually pull this down just a little bit. And then what I'm going to do, because I don't want it to affect the entire thing, is I'm going to grab a soft round brush on probably a mid-level opacity. Let's go with like 37% opacity. And we're just going to paint this off so that we get some of those blue tones. But we also have some of that darkness. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, so then what we're going to do, I'm trying to decide, I may want to raise her brightness up. So I'm going to go into a brightness and contrast panel. Going to use the clipping mask right to that particular image, and then I'm going to brighten it a little bit. I'm also going to bump up my opacity. We want to keep her in shadow. That's very important because if you're standing in front of something that is a lit glowing object, the thing in front, unless there is a front light, is going to be in shadow. So unless there's a light source here, it's not going to actually be bright and easily seen. You're going to get that lack of detail there. So we may want to make the moon glow. We're going to see how that's going to go in a minute. I'm not sure what I want to do just yet. I think I may actually move the model down a little bit. There we go. That's better. Then we don't have to deal with like a floor or a ground. I do want to make sure that we are adding in like the suspension for the moon and for the other things. So let me find, where's that layer? Here we go. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to grab actually a rectangle shape, and I am just going to, I changed my tool because I hit the wrong thing. There we go. We are just going to attach that right there. And then I actually may need to change the color of that. That is probably a little too white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my color panel. I'm going to go down to the grayscales. And I'm going to find kind of like a, oh, that's better. That matches a little bit better. I'm just changing my gray tones. Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay. So then I've got my rectangle there, and I can potentially like put it in different locations, but more or less, oh, I like that one better. That positioning better. And then we're just going to extend it. So I duplicated it, and then we're extending it so that it goes down beneath the moon here. What? No. It moved. We didn't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on this one because it's a lot easier to function with like a very thin object if you are zoomed in. So it, don't do that. And then I just have to compare. Oh, I pulled up a screen I didn't mean to pull up. Okay, so it's a little too thin, so I actually just have to make it a tiny bit bigger. There we go. That's better. Comparatively, it's not too much off, so we're good there. And then I would need to actually fix this star. I actually need to do a little bit of work on this star. So let me come into my layer mask on that one. I'm going to grab a hard round brush, 100% opacity, and I'm going to shrink this down nice and small. I'm actually going to remove that string there because I'm going to have to put an entirely different one there, and we can definitely see some pixelation on this. So I'm just going to make this cleaned up a little bit, make sure it fits in there a little bit better. There we go. And we're just going to kind of clean up some of the weird bumps on that. That's not bad. There we go. I'm calling it. we're good. I'm going to duplicate that rectangle that I just had over there, and I'm just going to bring it right over here. Apparently I'm not. Let me back up. Let me try that again. Really? Where did it go? Okay, I don't know where it went. Let me... Oh, weird. Okay. There we go. There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. There's a little bit on the moon I need to clean up. So let me actually come in. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And I want to hear some of your title ideas. Should we go more vintagey on this? I'm thinking we're kind of leaning toward that vintagey look, which means the frame I pulled might work really well on this. So I'm just going to clean this up just a little bit, just to make sure that everything fits the way that I need it. Oop, I hit the wrong button. I was trying to hold my shift down. If you are cleaning things up inside of Photoshop and you need a straight line, you can either hold the shift button down and then drag it across and it will be a straight line, or if you're doing it on an angle so it's not straight, you're going to put your point down, then hit your shift button, lift up your pen or your mouse or your whatever, go over to the second part where it needs to be, and tap it down, and it will create a straight line between those 2 points at whatever angle it happens to be. So a little pro tip for you there. There we go. That's cleaned up enough. Okay. Alrighty then. So my next step for sure is going to be to fill out this fabric. So real quick, I'm just going to hide my girl here for a second. And I am going to just grab that sequin fabric. No, I'm not, because I'm not on the right layer. So let me move over here. Now I'm going to grab my sequin fabric. Beautiful. And I'm just going to create a new layer based off of that. And then I'm going to, well, maybe I won't. I was going to zoom out a little bit. I actually don't think I want to do that. So I'm going to, on a soft round brush, 100% opacity on my layer mask, I'm just going to remove the spot where it's like the seat of it. We don't want that there. And fill that in just a little bit. And make it attach. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So then I'm just going to duplicate that again. And I'm just going to bring it down so that it kind of matches there. And then I have to make sure that I also have it on the opposite side. So we did the left side. We need to do the right side. I'm just duplicating that layer, and I'm going to drag it over. And then I'm going to adjust the placement of it so that it actually lines up. And there we go, close enough. So what I would actually do for this, I'm actually going to grab all of those layers. There we go. Grab all those layers. I'm going to put it in a folder. I'm going to label it Moon. And then I am going to duplicate that layer because I don't want anything destructive to happen to this. And I'm going to turn this into a smart object. And then I'm just going to grab my clone tool. And the only thing I'm going to do is hold down my Option key. There we go, make it a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to clone over some of those like weird spots that don't quite match up the way that I want them to. That way I can just blend it in a little bit. And we will be good to go with that. And I'm just picking up a different spot every time so the sequins don't look super cloned here. And there we go. Blending things in. Beautiful. And actually, I might lower my opacity and just blend just a little bit right in here. There we go. Awesome. Okay, let me pull back and check this. Oh no, we didn't go all the way to the bottom. Whoops. Let me just duplicate that. And I'm just going to bring this down. There we go. And we're going to remove, and we're going to add it back in. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. Let me check in with you guys. Underneath the night sky, moonlight, midnight ball. Underneath the moon and stars, moon princess, moonlight, midnight, to the moon and back. Oh, goodness. Locked under the midnight sun. also in emojis. Oh gosh, you guys are funny. I love it. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, what do I want to do? I need to make things glow. I think we need a little bit of glow in our lives. So I'm going to real quick put my moon into a folder because we have multiple layers there. I'm going to duplicate this and I'm going to turn it into, you guessed it, a smart object. And then I am going to duplicate that again and turn one of the layers off. I'm going to go into layer, down to layer style, down to outer glow. And now we get to have some fun with lighting. I am going to pull up on that. Aha, here we go. So I need to see what I'm doing here. So let me just adjust a little bit. And then we're going to pull this back. Hey, what just happened? No. Ugh, my noise. It got messed up. Hang on, one more time. Layer style, down to not that one. That's not the one that I wanted. Outer glow. Oi, you guys. And we're just going to make this glow a little bit. Oh, that's nice. I think I want to maybe add some blue tone to that. I'm almost thinking maybe a blue tone might be nice. Oh, maybe too blue. There we go. It's slightly blue. And I'm just fine-tuning the coloring on this one. There, that's pretty nice. All right, I like that. I wasn't sure if I was going to like the fabric glowing, but it actually doesn't look bad. So I think I'm going to leave that just like that. I am going to grab my option and drag my effects down to the stars. And then we might have to tweak on the stars because that actually looks brighter than I thought it would. So let me try that again. I'm going to go into my effects panel, click on that baby. And I'm going to go down to outer glow. And I'm actually going to pull back on that just a little bit. That might be a little too blue, so I might sway that just a little bit more toward the white side. That looks a little bit better. And then I'm going to hold the option button down and up. Beautiful, beautiful. Tales of the Lunar Princess. Oh, that's nice. I like Lunar. Lunar is fun. Let's see. I think we actually may highlight my girl a little bit. So I'm just going to come in and I'm going to find my layer with my gal on it. I might just grab the effect and drag it up. That's not bad. Let me go in and I'm going to grab my effects panel and I'm going to just adjust this just a little bit. There we go. I kind of like that. Sometimes to like feather it out, you just need to make it a little bit bigger and a little bit lighter. And you can kind of see how it makes it pop a little bit more with this. Not bad. I kind of like that. Kind of like that. Hey, I'm excited that y'all are jumping in and joining. Welcome to the party. We are excited that y'all are here. Next thing I'm going to do, I do have like a little thing I'm going to put in front of her for my title. And potentially we've got the ability to use frames, and I might actually add some stars in the background. I'm not entirely certain yet. We're going to find out. So let me go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look for that. Yes, that is what I want. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have this down here. We're going to change the color. Don't worry. But I'm thinking about something like that to put our title in. Or maybe not. Maybe I don't like that. I might not like that. But go ahead and leave your final thoughts on potential titles. We're going to get to that in just a second. I'm thinking I really like Lunar, so play with something off of Lunar. And while we do that, I am going to go ahead and I am going to type in Lunar because I do want to start off with that lunary type thing. Oh, actually, you know what I need to do is not that. Try that one more time. I'm going to grab and duplicate that so I can get my effects on it. Let me go Lunar. And we definitely have to change the... Oh, I thought we had to change it. Maybe we don't have to change that font. Look at that. Ooh, dang you guys. Look at that. I'm going to go in because it's gold right now, and I'm thinking gold is not going to be what we want. I think, actually, let me duplicate just in case. Go back in my satin, and I'm just going to... Actually, you know what I'm going to do is just turn it off. I do like that. Okay, let me get my outer glow. I'm going to go with a blue tone, I think. Again, back to the blues. We try to keep it fairly consistent. And I'm just looking for like a shocking kind of blue color here. And we're just going to make that glow a little bit. Nice. That's a little too much. Back it up, back it up. Maybe I don't quite love that color. Let me, oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. That's a little better. I like that. Lunar rising. Oh, that's pretty. Let's see. Let's see how that looks. I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to come in and click rising. Ooh. Not bad. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in author name. Author name. We're going to hit Command T for transform. And we are going to make it smaller. And we're going to pop that baby right there. I think we definitely have to fix that below right there. That's not what we like. There, that's a little bit better. Ah, not bad, not bad. I think I want to put some stars in this. I do think I want the stars in this. So let me go ahead. I'm actually going to grab my flare brushes, which I didn't have loaded because I didn't think I was using them today. And I was doing other things that didn't involve that today. So I'm going to load those up real fast. And we are going to add, I think, just a couple of like glowy stars in the background. And we're just waiting for that to load real fast. Did we load? I think we loaded. I also think we might be waiting. It doesn't seem to be moving. Sometimes Photoshop takes a hot minute. Ah, color wheel of death. There we go. Just going to give that a second. Just going to give that a second. Huh. I almost wonder. I have an idea. This is either going to look amazing or it's going to look ridiculous. I don't know which one it is. But I'm just waiting because Photoshop is taking a hot second here. It might just need a minute. Please don't shut down on me. Okay, here we go. We're good. We're good. Woo, that was a little scary for just a second. So I turned on the gold toning to rising. Do you guys like it so that it's all silver, or do you like silver and gold? Please let me know. I'm going to come back up here to my layers that I added that took forever to load. I'm going to grab my brush and I'm going to go down to my flare brush that has my pretty thing that I typically use for stars. So I'm just going to search for that because there's so many of them. There it is. And then I'm just going to come in here and add some stars in places. I don't think I like this layout. Oh, that's better. Okay. I pulled it together a little bit. IDK, friends. IDK. Oh, okay. Okay. I like that. I do like that. Let me go ahead, and what I want to do is I want to actually, I'm just going to do it manually. I'm going to come into my layer style down to outer glow. And that actually landed pretty nicely. So I'm just going to leave it just like that. And then I'm going to duplicate. I am going to start putting some stars on the back as well, because we always believe in pretty back covers. We don't do boring back covers around here. Absolutely not. So we're just going to kind of put some pretty things, some cute things on here. Good, 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 good. I like it. I like it. Okay. I'm trying to decide right now if I want to add flare to the title. So I'm just going to come down and I'm going to put a layer there. I'm going to grab my flare brush. There it is. And I'm just going to tap it on and we're going to see if we like it or not. Oh, yeah, I think we do. So let me grab, in that case, let me just grab my effects and add it right there. Nice. And then we're going to bring this down here. And we're going to put it like there. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is so pretty. I'm loving this. Silver, we're liking the silver. I almost kind of like the gold. I think it kind of stands out a little bit, but let me turn it on and off real fast and let's just see what we do. Let's see, turning it on and off. I think I kind of like the pop. I mean, it's there, but I feel like it just adds a pop. I'm going to leave it gold because I think it kind of like adds a little bit of interest. little bit of interest. So then, on that note, we are going to, I guess, duplicate our layers. I'm just going to duplicate one of the words, and then I'm going, nope, can't do that. I just realized what I was saying. That's a no-go. That's a no-go. There we go. I'm going to duplicate, sorry, my hair is all staticky. I had to comb that down. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to duplicate rising as well. I'm going to bring this right on up. And I'm going to rising, there we go. And then I'm going to grab the flares. So I'm just going to duplicate one of the flare layers. I'm going to come up on top of those. And I'm going to drag it. Where did I have it? In the middle of the U. And then I had another one on the G, right there. So then I'm going to put all of those into a file. And I'm going to label that spine. I'm going to grab the edit down to transform down to 90 degrees clockwise. And Command T to transform, at which point we drop this right here on the spine. And depending, of course, on the spine size of the person who buys it, which, by the way, you can go to coveraday.com for terms and services of this. If you are an author or publisher, you can buy it right now for $100 while I'm on air. Otherwise, it goes into Cover a Day where it's going to be like $250 or more. Spine will change based on spine width for you guys, and back will change as well. I have the ability, and I'm not sure what I want to do, so shout me out in the comments. Should I take the moon, make it small, and hang it off of the top of the spine, or should I do one of the stars? I'm almost thinking the moon, and I'm going to give that a try, but let me know. What do you guys think is going to look best? I'm just going to duplicate it. That's what I'm going to do. We're just going to duplicate, and I am going to... Oh, yeah, that's also a thing there, isn't it? Because it's got the fabric there. I mean, I could just leave it like that. Potentially, I could. Maybe I do want a star. Let me just try the star real fast, because the star might actually work better for me and save me effort. So we're just gonna... This is the one. No. Do I want that one? I'm sitting over here like, which one do I want? Do I want it the lighter star or the darker star? And I almost think that that's going to work for me. Maybe I do want it later. Let me just duplicate that one. Make that a little smaller. Bring that baby right on over here. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. We'll run with that. I'm good with that. I think I need to play with my glow just a little bit, so I'm just going to go into my FX panel, and all I'm going to do is bring down the size of my glow just a touch. There we go. Better. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to duplicate my author name, and I am going to go to Edit, down to Transform, down to Rotate Clockwise, 90 degrees, and I'm going to make it smaller, and I'm apparently going to highlight the word instead of dragging it over. Beautiful. Because it's not standing out and popping quite the way that I would like, I'm going to go into my FX panel, and I am just going to make my drop shadow just a little bit more. Just trying things here. We're going to see. Yeah, that works. That works for me. Okay. That is not bad. The star. Yep, we're thinking the star. Cool. We got a star. You wish you had a story to tell for this. You'd love the cover. I know, me too. I'm kind of over here like, I could do that. I could tell that. I could tell that story. I keep hoarding some of my covers, and I'm like, I have 100 books to write, you know? Never gonna get them all done, but I'm still gonna keep it, because one day, baby. I'm just gonna play with my brightness and contrast for a moment, just to kind of see if I make it pop a little bit differently. So I'm just kind of playing this up just a little bit. And then I'm just going to toggle this on and off. Oh, yeah. Okay. I like that a little bit better. And I think I think I might come in and just brighten her face just a tiny bit. I don't want to do too much, but I think I am going to brighten it just a little bit. So I'm just going to lasso part of her face, grab a brightness and contrast panel. I am going to clip it to it, and then I'm just going to bump up my brightness and then bump up my contrast, and then I'm going to take a soft round brush on 100% opacity, and I am going to paint it on the skin that I didn't lasso. And right there. And we can see the difference as I'm toggling that on and off. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. I'm loving how this turned out. I didn't even use the frame I grabbed. Ah, this is pretty, isn't it? I like this. No, I'm not writing that Red Riding Hood book from last week. That's a maybe someday. I haven't even decided if I'm keeping it yet. It's not up on the website. It's not going anywhere with it. But man, do I have a lot of books to write. Speaking of which, I was going to give you some hints today, but we're basically done with this, so we're kind of at the end. Kind of at the end of our live stream. I'm just looking and glancing to make sure there's nothing else I need to do. I may click on the hook line back here, and I may actually go into my FX panel and add in a glow. So let me just try this on for size. I'm going to grab a pretty blue tone there. And then I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Just to make it glow just a tiny bit. Beautiful. I love how this looks. This is super, super pretty. Let me take the frame off for you. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hold your hand up. Just hold your hand up. That's so pretty. Oh, you all, I love that. This is so pretty. I need to save this because I haven't done that once while we were on air today. Literally one of the favorite covers that I've made. I know, it's so pretty, right? I didn't anticipate it going quite like this, but man, I feel like I really want to turn this into a retelling. Like, what retelling could this be? DM me later. Tell me what you see when you see this. Like, what retelling should this be? Oh, MG. OMG. It's okay. No. We're not writing that one because I have a different cover in mind for that one. So it's not going to be that one. But how pretty is this? I'm super excited for this. And I really like how this looks. I definitely like the star on the spine. Thank you for pointing that out, Danielle. And I love that this is one of your favorite covers. This has been so much fun to create. We did this in under 40 minutes, guys. It's been 38 minutes as we were here hanging out for all of the fun as we were creating this cover together. This is going over on coveraday.com right now. Unless I convince well, no, it's not. No, it's not going over. It's going over a little bit later today. But it now classifies as a cover a day cover and not one of the live stream covers. So I will be deciding if I want to do this. Sophie, you know Tiana is exclusive to Disney. You cannot tell her story. You can tell Princess and the Frog, but not Tiana, because that's copyright. Princess and the Frog. Okay, you got it. But yeah, lots of different options for this one. So I have to consider if I want to keep this because it did turn out really pretty, didn't it? I kind of like it. Big news coming very, very soon. And that thing I was teasing at Instagram live stream yesterday, I'm actually going to be telling you a lot sooner than I thought. So big news coming. Stay tuned. Pay attention to my Instagram stories. Make sure you're paying attention to the Instagram reels, all the good things. And I'll see you next week for our next book cover live stream creation. Please let me know what type of genre you would like to see next week. Do you want to see paranormal? Do you want to see a couple? Do you want to see text-based? Do you want to see dystopia or retellings? Do you want to see what do you want to see? You got to let me know, and I will do my best to add those to the list, and we can vote on what we're going to do and all the fun, fabulous, wonderful things. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic day and you stay inspired, and I'll see you during the next live stream. Bye.